The show started with the tag team match between Creed brothers vs Idris Enouf and Malik Blade for NXT Tag Team Championship, and the result of this match was Creed brothers won by pinfall with a sliding lariat from Brutus Creed on Malik Blade and successfully retained the NXT Tag Team Championship. Then we saw a match between Fallon Henley vs Tiffany Stratton, and the result of this match was Fallon Henley defeated Tiffany Stratton via pinfall after hitting an inside cradle finishing move. Duke Hudson rolls up and says he just wants to remind Braun that he has a victory over him in the record books. Breakker asks how long he's gonna hang his hat on a disqualification, and Braun challenges him to a rematch tonight for the NXT title. Then we saw the match between Wes Lee vs Zion Quinn, and the result of this match was Wes Lee defeated Zion Quinn via pinfall after connecting the tornillo finishing move. Then we saw a tag team match between Dante Chen and Javier Bernal vs the Dyad, and the result of this match was the Dyad won by pinfall with an elevated DDT on Javier Bernal. Post-match, Joe Gacy gets in the ring with the Dyad and says they've taken steps to the next point in their progression, and we shouldn't judge them for wanting a sense of belonging. Then we saw a segment of promoting Stacks and Two Dimes by Tony D'Angelo. He congratulates Stacks and Kentucky Derby and promotes them from associates to soldiers of the family, and because business has been booming, he's got some gifts for them, watches and money. He addresses Santos and berates Wilde and Del Toro for stepping up with him. Joaquin and Cruz shake his hand with ease, but Santos takes his glasses off and stares at him a beat before shaking his hand. Tony says he now has the strongest family in all of NXT and it's time the Don takes a title around his waist. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams come, and D'Angelo challenged Hayes for the North American Championship for next week, and for tonight he offer a tag team match. Carmelo and Trick take the challenge and say they're gonna win. Then we saw a match between Bron Breakker vs Duke Hudson for the NXT Championship, and the result of this match was Bron Breakker wins by pinfall with a military press power slam to retain the NXT Championship. Post-match, Cameron Grimes makes his entrance and gets on the mic. Cameron says Breakker doesn't have his heart and he'll put his heart up against anyone else. He's tired of the catchphrases, he just wants a match for the title at the Great American Bash. Braun shakes his hand and tells him he's got it. Then we saw the debut match of Giovanni Vinci against Guru Raj, and the result of this match was Giovanni Vinci wins by pinfall with a sit-out last ride. Solo Sikoa is interviewed backstage, but Grayson Waller interrupted him, and he accuses Sikoa of being carried by Apollo Crews last week. Then Solo Sikoa challenged him for a match next week. Then we saw a tag team match between Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams vs Channing Lorenzo and Troy Donovan, and the result of this match was Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams win pinfall with the guillotine leg drop from Carmelo. In the main event we saw a trio match between Cora, Jade, Indy, Hartwell and Roxanne Perez vs Toxic Attraction, and the result of this match was Cora, Jade, Indy, Hartwell and Roxanne Perez defeated Toxic Attraction via pinfall, and the show went off the air.